there's more people that follow the meta, obviously, than there will be people that set the trends for the meta. So yeah, that's a very roundabout way to.
Oh, Wardell's on the Deeg. They definitely lost his pistol.
As long as you know what
you're kind of toxic, but I like your thought process.
I'm just saying, dude. I swear.
Not the play usually.
I swear. I see him on the Deeg.
Who knows?
And then they lose.
Listen, you don't know that yet. They aren't even going. No, they are going A. I lied.
No, Wardell's set up well with this Deagle though. He's gonna fucking pop one right now. Oh, he missed. He got owned. Holy fuck. He got one health.
You got a dink for a fucking body shot or a couple?
And then a heal.
Yep, doesn't matter.
They stay home.
Yeah, and the drone there to be long is actually, there's a lot of good reasons for doing that. We'll go into that more maybe if we get a moment later, as we do have the push coming through from Luminosity. The full A send it is coming, and you can see that the bomb site's been largely evacuated. There's that
vulnerable.
That's going to be, of course, so important in controlling space and giving some breathing room for this spike to be planted, which it will be. And here is this post-plant setup all ready to go here for Luminosity. So
Rose is on the Omega late flank, and he's gonna get found anyways. Oh boy.
Yes, there is going to be that turret there.
The question is how they're gonna act when they know he's on flank.
They'll probably push.
They're gonna push, right? Yeah.
Far more up than we usually see attacking teams on a post plan here. TSM seem to be taking care of it just fine.
They don't know.
Just down to 13 health.
How do they not know?
Because Killjoy died.
Oh, that timing sucks in.
Could be in trouble here, but it's just Sabrosa that's
doesn't matter though. They get the kills, and then Rose is late on flank. I mean, we both had the right idea. They flank, but that Killjoy dying was kind of unfortunate, but it just didn't matter anyways.
And pushed the site anyway.
Yeah.
We talked about the drone
the
there.
Fights, won them.
You know, they could have just gone for the full, A hit. They could have just done that, but they delay it a little bit. They want to, work out if TSM.
I actually kind of like LG's comp better than
the drone there also,
TSM's. I mean, it really is just one character difference, but Sage is so nice on this map.
Clear that space. They need to know if
like I don't really know what a Jet can really achieve on this map, because you're not like taking space is fairly easy. You can just run up. I don't know.
So there's a lot of things that get eliminated.
Will say that it's because it's probably one of Wardell's best and only operators. I mean, Aegis. I don't know why I keep doing that.
Yes.
Fucking R6, dude. That's probably one of the big reasons, to be honest. He's just very comfortable on it.
Yeah, I know, but this is just like a tough... It's a tough map for it.
Yep. Holy shit. Thief is in there. He has no clue. God, Drone is pissed. But now Thief is mad.
Just so fucking lost after he got that kill. He didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
You should have just got into tube or something and just play a 1v1 ang. Sometimes people don't know when to chill. They get one and they're looking for more, but if they just put themselves in a corner, they'll get their one.
Down the middle of the map. No shenanigans from Sabrosa or anyone else playing across the flank. Luminosity look good here in their post.
Arrows just missed.
Yeah, they really do. And
yeah, Paige laid him out.
Reasons why it can be an attacker-sided
big kills, but it's not gonna get him the round.
A lot of fights by design, and
everyone's gonna die here. Oh, if he stayed alive for...
advantage for Luminosity is gonna secure this one, and you might see.
If he stayed alive for like 3 or 4 more seconds, everyone dies.
Might finish like this, but more complex, early and mid rounds as we go into the full buy here. But
I'm thinking like Jet can do some pretty interesting stuff
and I think for TSM
on this map, but
don't feel confident enough in their retakes.
Yeah, knives mostly it feels like though, and getting into like certain op spots.
It's going to be a question.
But as far as like the whole dashing that you're kind of referring to,
you don't get any space with the dash, but you can do some pretty interesting stuff with knives, I guess. I think that's pretty much it.
Wardell's getting jiggy with it, and he gets laid the fuck out.
Jeez.
Sorry, you should refresh, by the way. You're behind me, I think.
The gun's gonna get upgraded. No Bucky frags, which I'm personally a bit upset about, but that's all right. Luminosity get onto the site. Thief goes in aggressive. Haze takes care of him.
I'm always going to be a second behind you, so I'm tired of refreshing. It's always.
But I feel bad for talking then.
I mean, it's always going to happen. There's nothing I can do. I could refresh, and then it's just going to sink me back after like a second of a buffer.
the paint shells. That's going to take down Stella, planting the spike. So TSM doing a really good job in slowing it down.
Wardell was just, I don't know about that play either.
Alone.
Yeah, no support, alone, like,
some extra position onto the
but
site here,
they're just gonna find the kills.
All
right.
Wow.
Proto, of course, with the sheriff causing problems, but now down to your boy Dre with the Spectre and the spike defuse. The
Sticking it.
And the
I'm not gonna say it.
Just out of
The
time,
fucking reload, dude.
Here, I'll refresh and see if we're on the same time.
26, 25, 24, 23.
No, you're still a second ahead.
How is that possible? Don't we have the same internet?
I mean, it doesn't matter. That's just how the internet works, bro. Like, you're just...
Fucking bullshit.
If anything, you need to refresh, I think.
All right, I'm refreshing.
Going the other way, TSM
F5.
sneaks that defuse in the smokes. Freaking A, what a round, man.
Yeah, and you have to, like, it started with Haze staying on the site. So they got the info because Wardell played aggressively, which we kind of, we were talking about.
On
that
38.
TSM should need to do things like that. And then Haze slowed it down enough that they could get all the timings. The shock darts came in, delayed the plant even longer. Then Raze had the nade available and was in position to then kill the planter, and then they got the paranoia.
You used Firefox, right?
It was just really a beautiful retake from TSM. Everything went right. And Luminosity will switch things up here in the next rounds. Oh, this is very scary.
It is.
What are you doing, Drone? What are you doing?
You think they're mentally chalked or no?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Cuddy. Bald head coming to play. Gonna get...
Oh.
But Wardell's there with the support. And he swings
Dude, did you
it.
see the knives above his head?
Yeah.
In the wall?
He crouched it, man.
That was cool. I've never seen that before.
Killjoy versus Killjoy. A proto versus the old man Hazed.
Just kind of has to wait, really.
That's, I think it's Haze.
No, it's Hazed.
Oh.
Yeah, it's definitely.
We've been calling him the wrong name for a long time. Just like everyone else. Everyone else, it's normal.
What a proto's doing, that you know, you play the gamble here, and
wow, he's late to the rotation too, my man.
To work out here, for Hazed, you'll have to run all the way around, and this is a problem because there's so much time here for post-plant position.
Look at these cameras.
Very, very tricky position for Haze. Definitely
I like it. I don't even know how you set those up. They're gonna find the engagement though right now.
Oh, proto.
An uncharacteristic miss.
Haze is just sitting there staring at him, being like, "What? How did you miss?"
Yeah, an uncharacteristic whiff from the boy of Proto.
2-2, and you gotta give it to
wow
as well. Those shots with that.
That's where the box hair kind of fucks you, dude.
Dan,
that's where it should shine, because you have your back turned to him. You just literally just shoot him in the body.
He's gonna have to hit some insane reaction shot. Bam.
Wow, Cutler was clean with that, man.
Very well played by TSM.
He almost got that third too. Lit him the fuck up with that arrow.
They almost got the third too. Just comes up a bit
what the
short.
fuck? The caster said the same thing I said.
Round, right? Like, look for Luminosity. They're gonna have mixed buys. TSM's gonna have mixed buys as well. But Ultimates online, TSM has 3. Luminosity is all of it at their disposal.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be difficult to deal with, and it's sometimes that rounds like this are a question of, in terms of the ult economy, how do we, like, if the opponents decide to use a lot of ults to take a site, do you want to burn everything, or do you want to try to do it without the ults and just play more conservatively, as opposed to lose all of your ults and lose the round and then not have those to gain momentum back again? But we'll see what the options are here. As TSM, we've got Haze on that headshot position, looking over the pipes and seeing what he can find.
Killjoy's got a dip. The counter.
We're going to get the counter lockdown coming from Haze.
Good, man.
What the fuck?
Each other out. Luminosity can't really go all the way unless they decide to do this and destroy it with the Hunter's Fury.
Oh, they destroyed it.
That's a
Okay.
lot of investment
I was
there.
like confused for a sec.
Also, the showstopper, Luminosity exacting into the site, and it's going to be retake.
Imagine if you couldn't see those on the minimap.
And for Luminosity, there's
fucking broken should
like
be.
a second lockdown, and that you have to respect it, and that you have to back up and give up that space to the showstopper. Luminosity follow right behind it. They
fucking 5v5 retake.
Now TSM has to retake.
Yep.
They have a showstopper
Standard on the A side, it seems.
from the shadows.
Get a nice little TP behind them, Omen. TP in that bridge. He's not doing it. Whatever.
Hazed running in. I think Drone just shot his own teammate with his Razor Rocket. It doesn't matter. They're going to find all the kills. LG's on a shit buy.
the round falls apart as it's just down to Moose. He's in a great spot, but he's
Moosey.
insanely outnumbered.
It's the one, and
Drone's
the
gonna get
fuse
the
goes in.
TSM take the lead.
Okay, man.
Yeah, that's a huge.
Did you see that, by the way? Drone's ult?
We talked about
No.
He literally shot Haze with it.
And so far, you can see
like straight in the fucking head.
Communicating together, how well
I think he was trying to kill the Stellar, the guy that was behind the wall, but he was already dead for like a second.
Trying to make sure that you're not just countering your opponent's ultimates, but you're getting more value. As you, of course, you want to spend it and convert it into a round win. And that they
Hazed.
really effectively. And
Hazed.
obviously they forced away the Hunter's Fury from Moose.
You know it's
because
Hazed,
They
right?
already invested in a Protoss lockdown, so Moose, made that good by using his Hunter's Fury. But now the ult advantage is going to swing more towards TSM. You could argue for the retakes.
Yeah.
Having that Hunter's Fury is huge in denying plants.
Wow,
Spike.
intuition right there.
That
Oh, look at a Proto. See this?
Sabrosa getting the shot through the smoke. A Proto and a
There's just no way he's gonna get this kill though. Why would someone walk over like that?
Sheriff's in hand, and just how.
No, I mean like if he decides to aggress even further, he's probably not going to. But if he decides to,
Wardell's thinking he's safe, just holding down the middle. Not wise to the fact.
Sound is being made. A Proto's on the move.
His shoes right now, and he wouldn't know it.
Yes, the regular way of putting it.
That sucks, dude.
That sucks so bad.
Done so much, but Wardell, he is gonna ruin his day.
What?
Oh, that is beautiful.
Rosa
but
flinked a
still, they
little
want to see
early
ways to
there,
cause
and
problems. Speaking of from the shadows, it's gonna
Oh,
be
the cancel.
Good cancel. We're in a 3v3. Everything's fine actually.
Because TSM were behind on the rotations, but now
good res. I actually like that use of res.
Coming in though could make the difference.
I think he's got a pistol, but it's an extra man.
Always nice to have.
Oh, this ult is gonna be huge. There's no way Color's gonna. Yep, boom, and boom. Oh, and oh.
He's gonna get the bomb down though. He missed every single one. Uh-oh. Drone loses the fight because he decides to push the plant. 2v4, not good.
The satchel, like the blast, everything was being thrown his way.
They don't have util, I think, on the side of TSM. Maybe some cloud bursts.
TSM outnumbered here as they try to retake the site. Thief drops.
I just don't like the Thief is there alone, but whatever. He had a dig, I guess.
Yeah.
As they still have 3 members.
Yeah, they're gonna save, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're saving for sure.
If you're TSM, and at this point, it just looks like they're gonna punt.
Yeah, definitely trying to keep hold of that operator and keep that economy in shape. Oof. And again, it's worth reminding everybody this is for a qualification spot to Masters, so there's a lot on the line with this series.
I thought Wardell was gonna die there, and I was gonna be like,
uh-oh. Are so good, it would be crazy not to see one of them in the Masters, and obviously there will be another chance for the team that loses this series. They'll be playing against 100 Thieves, but then again, you're in the same scenario because again, it's a situation where it would be hard to see, whichever of these teams and 100 Thieves not making it to Masters. So really, really huge matches here today. A lot on the line.
I mean, bloody criminal to even consider, right? Like one of those 3 teams.
I'm trying to think where Wardell could get a pick. I think he needs to get a little creative with it. I think he almost needs to go orange and kind of walk peek something.
He does that often, not on orange, but he does that walk peek and shit often, so I agree with you.
It's hard to just find a default kill. They're not giving him any kills.
Have shown consistency in making ruckus towards B long and then
oh, they're going mid. Oh, whoa.
Nice TP.
And I like the pressure coming in here from TSM.
Good arrow, nice TP.
A lot of resistance to the B
utility down.
Take.
I don't like that paranoia from Sabrosa there, though.
You want to force back the defenders, even if you don't.
It's gonna be a fast B split.
Yeah.
That lack of information.
I mean, Wardell's set up for it. Oh, never mind.
Gives you as the attackers a lot more room.
Oh shit, he missed his window. That sucks.
A way to a safe
Gotta stay alive here, Subby.
And it's going to be quite difficult here for TSM. But
I don't know if LG wins this.
No, they're in a pickle.
They're fucking stuck right now.
Some position, they have a lot to deal with still.
The timing of
great, but
ooh, that kitchen peek was massive though.
Once that wall went up, you saw members of TSM start to rotate. Just haze on A as everyone else.
That paranoia was so good.
But Luminosity
by your boy Dre.
seemed to be handling it just
they lose
fine.
all the gunfights.
I did not expect that. I thought they were stuck. I thought they were stuck like fucking rats.
Astra curse, baby.
Holy shit! And ended up being flawless. Okay.
A flawless round for Luminosity as they take a 1-round.
It literally on the map, it looked like they were stuck. So stuck.
It was a really cool round actually to see.
And
as you
your
say,
boy Dre is a little nasty.
Telegraph play, and on top of that, TSM had
I
position.
love that paranoia from him.
Earlier in the round, and ideally, Luminosity are looking to have forced the B-long players back fully, so they can have a split.
Listen, okay, for everybody watching any stream on the platform, Twitch is having some issues right now. If your stream is dying, press fucking F5.
Working out, but there were those
Jesus, you don't need to type about it.
We need to be players' kitchen, so there was a lot of problems, but Luminosity managing it super well, relying on their firepower, and it is delivering for them time and again. And we'll see some pressure from Luminosity in the early phases around A. And the bluff has been called though, I think, from TSM. I think they've realized that there's nothing behind the dark cover there on the A side of the map. So I think TSM are working out what's going on right now. You can see the rotation is starting to happen, starting to just leave one player on A and rotating the rest to B.
B main control.
Similar to the setup that we saw in the previous round, where the wall went up and Hayes was alone at A and eventually got caught. For Luminosity, I think the game here is how much utility can you draw out, right? Like how much can you pull TSM around before deciding where you want to go?
It took B main control, kind of. They're gonna sell a little B fake and go A.
Head as well coming through, just really changing the pace, trying to see if TSM will act on paces of past rounds and maybe.
He saw his fucking arm, dude.
He did.
Spots one by yellow.
He's holding a nade.
It's very confusing here. This is really feeling.
They're not really selling this so well. Actually, they are. Wardell's rotating.
Wardell rotating to B, so there seems to be more of an argument for this B play with that yellow pressure from B long.
Dude, they're committing two guys to B as well?
To the A site, so
what?
There's problems all over the place here. Luminosity,
I mean, fuck, it works, but...
entry to Spike is now down on the ground. It's got to be collected. And
that was really bad from LG.
Yeah, like...
Really, really bad. They should have backed off instead of... They split two sites.
Oh, yeah, they did split two sites, but whoever dropped the bomb that deep... Because I think what they wanted to do was see what site bit hard and then go to the opposite site.
Yeah.
TSM didn't move, and then they committed 2 to B, and they got the kills, but they were in too deep at A to fall back at that point.
Yeah, it was just bad coordination between the two sites.
Yeah, interesting to be honest. I'm surprised that. Wow, LG's nasty, but like they do make some like little errors like that that cost them little rounds here and there.
Definitely, and it's
that didn't cost them the round. They actually ended up winning it, but it should have cost them the round.
I feel like the attacking side of Luminosity will be really problematic for TSM, and I want to see 4 to 5 rounds from TSM to see this be competitive and see a good chance at a third map. And so far, it's looking like TSM could be on track for that.
Did they hear him?
Love the spot.
I like that they
paranoid it. So yeah, it seems like they know he's there. Oh my god.
Very nicely. I mean, at least 1 kill. Still Sabrosa in a forward position, down to 7 HP.
Just getting hit with everything, dude.
Drone. The pressure is still on. At the same time,
Jesus Christ.
TSM have forward presence on the A site, so they have a good sense of what's happening. But there is a flank coming through.
Nice.
Also at the same time,
great trade by Moose, but still nice nonetheless.
Eventually goes down, but a Proto, he could be the X factor for Luminosity in this round.
Dude, a Proto's gonna blow it up. Man, he's got him pinched in. Drone's a sitting duck here. He's alone.
They're gonna wait here for Killjoy to flank. Yep. Very smart play by LG.
You see them start to
no way Drone wins this.
Suffocating like
they didn't wait. Mike.
Drone there, Drone 1. Drone 2. He's already got 3 on the round. Look
Mike.
at the third spot.
They didn't clear it, bro.
TSM starting
Mike.
They thought they did wait. They thought it's like they forgot that box existed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can't. What?
Potentially right into the lap of a member of TSM. They're going to be pushing it from different fronts. Wardell's going to get pushed back. Apurto has to go. He has to go now. He's going to try to get the spike. Meanwhile,
I feel like they have the time. They wait there, right?
Takes care of him.
Wait for the fucking Killjoy to clear everything that you can't clear.
Incredible hold there.
Yep.
That was so patient.
I mean, LG just thought he cleared that, but they forgot the box was there. I guess I don't know. That was bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
As you say, he's there to dismantle.
Minor mistakes costing rounds. You're right. They won that other round, but I thought that for some reason I thought they lost it. But like another minor mistake like that, they played it well up until that point.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Patience was impeccable.
That's crazy.
Until the last second.
This could be a tipping point now.
Yeah, then they ran out of patience.
Yep. When they had time, that's the worst part. They had like 30 seconds or something, 25 seconds.
5 rounds to make this half competitive to avoid the potential of a blowout, really, of a landslide. And that right there was like the first check on the checklist, right? Get that round, a big one, and really a close one that has impact on the confidence of players and how things pan out. So big round win for TSM. But that was
wow, they're giving up B main completely.
What else can they do? How else?
He's spotting it from Snowman, and they're holding the mid.
Ultimates to work with. They have the lockdown. There's no Hunter Fury on the side of TSM.
They're set up so well for this mic.
One of their own.
Oh, they read it.
I think this is a great read from TSM. We'll go into that.
They should win this round convincingly.
I think they anticipate
unless some crazy shit happens.
They would try to get that's Luminosity.
Here comes.
They're so dead. LG's fucked.
Yeah. But look how ready TSM are for this. They knew this was coming. 2 quick kills from Sabrosa completely stifles the FS.
Cutler spots at least one running towards B.
To gain ground with
here's it at least.
Split possibility. It's a reset out.
LG is playing sloppy.
Now it's down to Thief. Here on the raise, he has a showstopper, so there is some potential to get some.
He doesn't know what to do.
But you might want to save it from this position.
It's like waiting.
There comes the
good patience by Cutler.
To help out.
And the old man, veteran plays, not overcommitting.
Here comes the
and the great darts too.
And they might run out of time here. Plant comes through, has to come
delaying the bomb plant, and he can't plant anymore. What the fuck am I watching?
There's no more time.
Oh my god, LG, bro, what is happening?
Yeah, that's sloppy.
They're forgetting how to play the fucking game.
That's like 3 in a row right there, sloppy.
Which he used the drone to try to clear out B long, where they're both.
Oh, that read though was fat. That was fat brain.
Just in the nick of time, to where he wasn't
able to see it. They were so set up for that split. One Snowman, 2 in the mid.
Able to get one, and then the shock darts that kept Moose dancing like he was walking around hot coals really didn't allow him to get that spike down. Cutler went nuts there for TSM.
Yeah, and it's just like Luminosity were trying to punish the fact that there's been this heavy B long presence. Because if they go up mid and there's heavy B long presence, they get B for free. Right. But TSM read that was what was going to happen, and so they had a strong setup, knowing that the mid play with the wall would come through again. So TSM Galaxy Brain play in that last round to shut
Galaxy
down.
Brain.
And we got the lockdown here from a proto, but it feels like the
Sova's gonna counter this whole.
In favor of TSM for sure.
Oh.
Here comes
There's the ping.
The counter ult on the counter ult.
Hunter Fury is going to see the counter for Moose as he tries
to
take care of Cutler, and he does.
I wonder if they had that planned.
The lockdown went down, but so did Cutler. As Luminosity have the numbers advantage. Wardell's shot goes just a bit wide.
I like it.
Now there's going to be a counter.
The counter into a counter.
A little confusing, but yeah.
We have nothing to counter the counter.
They can't really make rid of the utility they invest in, and that's not going to result in a proto dying, but it is kind of annoying because he wants to kind of he wants to connect with the timing with his teammates, and so it's to slow things down a little bit. The wall comes through in mid. It is a fake. They're going to go back towards the A site. Sabrosa cancels the TP because he uses the TP.
They know they're going A, so obvious.
Wardell is whiffing some shots. There we go.
Oh, man.
Jiggy with it. Shit, he almost flicked on the other dude too. He had the fucking shit. He was tracking all over the goddamn place.
And their ship is sailing all the way.
Wow, Rose's positioning there. Raze with a rocket out. Other dude unaware.
Do these teams live or game together in the same house/facility? Some of them. Some of them.
Right, because at that point he has 2 options. If you see him coming down B long, stick it. You know where they are. You can try to delay and buy time for your team to rotate.
Not all teams. Some teams.
If there's no one there, which is what he does, and they walk right into his lap. Right, almost gets a 4K. Beautifully played by TSM. You mentioned at the beginning of the round that the ties were shifting, and they have.
It's just great to see because TSM are really showing some fantastic Valorant work.
Oh god.
And,
God. Drone.
Jesus.
That was information. And Luminosity in a spot like this, when there's been so much aggression, you'd
Imagine you
expect
could
them to
curve the
slow
rocket.
things down
Wouldn't that be
a lot
sick?
And try
It's
to,
so
because they have
stupid.
that
What do you
utility
mean?
Imagine you could
advantage
like you go into an
invested a
iPad
lot
and you
early
just
on.
control it. It's just a fucking
So by
nuke.
slowing things down, Luminosity can
It's like a
in theory
Predator
have
missile in
better hit
COD.
on a site and more to work off of on a post-plant situation. The drone clear comes through on B long. They see that there's nobody here. It's a setup around yellow. And they may just try to walk straight into this one.
Oh, that guy's dead. Oh, they missed the slow, I think. They're trying to slow nade the guy off yellow, and they missed the slow.
Enough to get the orb.
Oh,
Unlucko.
fucking ass.
They have that res.
Killjoy on Killjoy violence. I mean, they're giving B,
Slow and
which is
steady.
pretty standard, so.
You see TSM really they want
Such
to
an
play the
awkward
retake
spot to
here.
be
They're
for
trying to make sure
Sub-Rosa.
nobody goes down before that. A proto in kitchen again is causing problems
Wow.
with this utility.
Cool spam.
This can be
And,
very,
dude,
very
he
problematic.
wow.
Oh, no. A
Bought
Proto
time for
on
Sub-Rosa
the
to flank,
side,
too.
Not expecting Sub-Rosa up the tube. And
Distractions.
that's now TSM in a great position for this retake. 5 versus 4. There is a res available, of course. You know, a Proto is
What?
not within a resable.
Okay.
Oh, hello. He's playing mind the wall. That was not expected, and that could make the difference here.
Wow, he's got the late lurk too, mid. Oh. Oh.
Jeez. Moosey.
Wow, that was kind of unlucky on the first shot. The guy was low, hit him in like the ankle and killed him. Another good half, just like the first map.
These 2 top teams, TSM really coming back into this with a vengeance. We'll have to see if they can come to completion on the second half after this break and force it to a third.
Trades.
Android stayed alive that whole time with the support of his teammate from lower.
NRG is fucking dicking on these guys on the second map. Holy shit. Pistol round.
Welcome back, dear friends. One half of Icebox in the books. Another half.
6-6.
And while the
Yep.
score
Good
is
half.
6, we might as well be starting at zeros across the board, as we are again just one half away from determining if we're going to go play on bind or if Luminosity is going to punch their ticket to Masters. Doug, Dan on the mic, TSM on the attack. Let's see what they can do.
Sitting in the dark smoke, they're just like huddling around the fire. TSM roasting
Wow.
some marshmallows.
Interesting play. They're doing a fucking mid crunch to A.
Dude, it's like they know, though.
Your boy Dre.
Nice.
Is pretty good. Not finding the connections.
I mean, they got like
Dude.
they got counter pinched.
It's like they knew that they were going to do that. Like, actually, they're set up for that.
Putting on a
Yeah,
clinic with
they
that
counter
classic.
pinched them.
Huh.
All right.
Alright.
Go down on the A side. So TSM
All right.
2 versus 4.
Okay.
It's gonna be
Cheating or
tough,
what?
but it's
Yeah,
pistol.
like,
It goes
they got the
down.
stream on, or?
What's going on?
Proto
LG's actually, is this scripted?
Elite Cutler, and there's not much left there. Poor timings for TSM. and
Actually
that's
cheating,
Luminosity
weird
off to a
champ.
good start.
Yeah, and this is like the pistol. I really wish I had, you know, those telestrators.
They
that
barely
you
even
can
got
draw
through
on,
mid
and it
smoke
shows up
before
on
they
the
were already
screen
getting
with, like,
flanked.
the lines
Like,
that you can break
fuck.
a play down. I'd love to have that right now because, so TSM took the middle of the map, right? Your boy Dre hit that paranoia across the middle, and while the shots didn't all connect, he was able to get one, and that bought enough time for a Proto who was playing down under the middle to go under tube and really blow everything up. You see Dre was there. You look on the mini-map, you see a Proto who was
Clean by
followed up by
Proto.
the Raze as well. I mean, TSM, they were just stuck there, right? They were sitting ducks, and they got picked apart. Very well played by Luminosity.
Yeah, definitely. It's almost, you know, the pistol rounds are much more simple than other rounds, but there's definitely an art. It was always an art to the timings and the positions. And once again, in this dark cover in mid, this time it's, you know, a Luminosity player. Moose is in there.
All right, give it.
Lonely.
Give it, Moose. Give it.
Doesn't understand what all the fuss was about last round. Not much going on over there. And it's I like this from Luminosity, you know, that they are somewhat active.
Cleared
in mid here.
tube
They're not
with his
being
drone.
overly passive.
Funny.
They're playing retake on B with the Killjoy utility, and they're more worried about losing A. It's gonna be harder to defend that. Or,
Oh
sorry,
my
to retake that.
God,
Bulldog kill.
the
B
fucking
is far more
dog.
concerned in this round, so that's why they've managed. They've
Wow,
Wow,
wow, dude.
Potential.
That was kind of nice,
Yeah,
actually.
they're styling on him, dude.
Defense there, TSM sort of found themselves being checkmated.
That's such a cool part of that
and
map, or this map,
that's
I guess.
ace
The
on
ropes,
site.
into
yeah.
Real Valorant as we pick up.
It's really
there's
unique.
a bonus round here for
Allows for
Luminosity
some
and
interesting
by
plays.
TSM. We talked about this
Sure,
before,
like
as
that
well.
one, for example.
What does TSM expect? Do they expect Luminosity to just go for a rush? Because
The only reason that made
totally
that
wrong.
they know that they're
Huh?
going to
What?
carry these specters
I was gonna
through,
say I might be
or are
totally
they
wrong
gonna
in my
expect,
prediction.
a slower rounds, and what will they
I
do
thought
to
TSM was going to
for either of
2-1
those out?
LG.
It's not over
But,
yet.
like, I do think. Well, I mean, I will say I think LG is just playing better in
Oh.
overall. Which usually results in W's.
In the middle of the map, the campfire, as we've done.
Usually, I would say.
Luminosity here on the bonus, right? With lighter weapons, they have specters and maybe.
Think about it though. If TSM loses, they play 100 Thieves.
With the less than ideal weaponry to play around smoke,
Yeah.
eliminating the
Which is another uphill battle.
Fucking awesome.
That's why you try to play uptight. That's why you see players like what Moose is doing right now.
I didn't know, but apparently people consider TSM to be like top 8, not
Yeah.
top 3. I didn't know that. I thought TSM was still like top 3.
And he's got a good bit of distance. He's backing off as well. You even
I mean, it's just so.
look at them on the cross.
It's
Like
so
in
hard.
NA,
It's
that
so
is.
hard to tell. Honestly.
Yeah, and
I think by the end of this whole tournament, you'll really start to see who played well and who didn't, because this really is just it's a grinder. This whole tournament's a grinder. To make it into the Champions League or whatever it's a lot of games.
Now they just have to hit the shots, and this is going to be tough. It's all going to be down to hitting their utility nicely. There goes the paranoia, and there goes the burst. The paranoia was actually gonna
So
land
many
more.
kills,
They've
so
actually
much
managed to find a way
happening.
in. There goes a nice follow-up with the shock dart from Moose. He's got position at the backside.
Dude, their utility usage, the double peak. Oh my god, LG's looking damn good.
Not only is it a double peak, it's a double peak high and low. Like, how are you supposed to win that? With the nade coming in, like, come on.
And then when
It's
they
just
open
flawless
things up,
victory.
As the rest of Luminosity did, they're going to take a 3-round lead. They get the defuse. Financially, they should be sitting beautifully, right? And for TSM, you start, okay, this might go a little funny. If this one goes funny and there's no like tricks up their sleeves, we're looking at a 6-10. The TSM's got to be careful here.
Yeah, certainly, and it is quite worrying because
I wonder what their next map is going to be gimmick-wise. Because someone had a good point. Like, Bind has portals, Ascent has doors, Icebox has zip lines, Split is shit. That's what he said. I actually like Split, but I thought it was funny how he said it.
I like Split too.
These sheriffs to begin with on this round, and
But I wonder if they're going to have another little gimmick.
win the round, but to get some damage, get a spy plant would be pretty nice.
Probably.
Stella asking some questions here up by the rafters. We'll spot one dropping by. They've got information of the push coming
Should
in.
add
Now the
a.
rotation is in.
You know those things at airports? Like not the escalators, but the make you walk faster thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should add that on the map.
Wardell with a shuffle right and shuffle left. Takes down your
That'd be
boy Dre.
so you can
Nice
run
come
really
out.
fast.
Maybe, Doug. That's the start of something here.
Yeah, that's certainly might be what's needed to break the ice. Is TSM, they still haven't gotten the spike down, but you've got to be careful for Proto on flame. TSM full sense because
Slightly
they don't
off.
have the weaponry. They have to commit.
Oh, box hair coming in huge. 1, 2.
Big old flanky poo.
And TSM again, they're pinched. Man, they're like sitting
Ooh,
ducks
through the
in
wall
there.
here.
Wow, that's annoying.
Sabroso with the
That is
sheriff.
so annoying, dude.
And
Ooh.
Proto gets 3. TSM 6-10.
Great flank, and that definitely stopped a bad situation from getting worse. It was definitely, they were definitely looking like they were about to lose the round there, Luminosity.
That's true. Haven has 3 sites.
as you
Dude,
said, it's about
every
TSM
map has its own
really
like
making this
personality
work.
to it.
I think you kind of set it up nicely. It really is very much
true.
on this round.
Elevators?
Pull this one together. They're suddenly in a situation.
Yeah,
where
but
they're
that's
very
kind of the
desperate,
same as
and they
zip
don't
lines,
have
you
any
know?
margin
Yeah.
for error. And so you
I'm
just
calling
Worse.
it. Whatever I said. I
make
don't know
it
what
good
it's
here
called,
and
but
just
whatever I
turn the tide there.
said
So we'll see
is
if
going to
they
be
can do
in
that.
the little
The
fast
operator, they have
walkways that they have at
everything that they could
airports.
possibly want.
So you don't have to actually walk.
I'm expecting like vents to break or some shit. I don't know.
Old nuke style?
Yeah. Like kind of like what Ascent has with their doors. You got 2, man. That's huge.
2 for 2 though. I mean, it's massive. TSM has advantage.
We also have the lockdown available, but the Hunter's Fury is there in the hands of Cutler for TSM as well. Oh, look at the A site. It's completely clear as well.
All right, TSM has this round. They're set up so well.
Knowing that it's been cleared out by Haze, Luminosity, they're going to have to hightail it, but you've got to be careful. Cutler on the flank. He might be the one to blow it up. Luminosity pushing in from different fronts.
Unless they do this so quickly, no way.
Right.
Unless they do this so quickly because they know Cutler's. Haze, don't die. Haze, don't die, brother. Oh my God, what are you doing? He has ult. He's got ult. To be fair, Cutler has ult, so maybe he knew that. But still,
yeah.
come on, Haze. You don't do that.
Yeah, great luck from Haze with all of the.
You don't leave it to chance ever.
It looks so
Fuck.
much like a heavy B commit at the start of the round that I wasn't even looking at the minimap, and like I suddenly saw after all of the actions, like, wait a second, Haze is basically in there.
That was so bad.
So that's definitely a solid way to end the rounds, and using the Omen teleport to just make sure that it's just guaranteed. And all right, so 7 to 10, we did say, you know, TSM, they really had to pick up the slack, and they're managing to do so quite nicely in that last round, giving themselves a good opportunity to you know, come back in this one and force it to a third map.
Conveyor belts, that's what they're called.
There you go.
My chat opened up to everybody talking. That's the first thing I saw.
I'm calling it, dude. Conveyor belts.
At least for now. As they once again
I'm thinking a nuke approach.
So same round as before.
Nuke slash like overpass, where there's like some verticality, kind of like split. But with like vents, like ascent doors, one shot, maybe a squeaky door.
Bomb site above bomb site.
Yeah,
type shit?
yeah.
Okay.
That's my guess.
And obviously, we saw the last round, it got blown up because Haze was like,
I just don't know if they have the audio for it.
Right, like he doesn't have the luxury.
Hard to get that right.
It's very, very hard to get that right.
Proto almost has
You have to make the ship below sound different than the shit above.
Yeah, I think they might actually stay away from that. Now that I think of it.
We get the fake, and it was a B stack actually initially for LG, but the fakes coming through, and
LG ain't buying this.
They're still holding 2 players on the B side.
Ain't moving.
This is kind of crazy. If Beef can get some value out of his position,
oh, Wardell's committing. He's getting aggressive, and he pays off.
And in a similar vein, Haze could be problematic.
Nice. I really like when he does that.
On the side, Wardell is
as long as he's hitting his shots, obviously. But
the 100 Fury's going to come out.
Jet op makes sense. Ooh, a blind shot in its own stellar.
No way.
No time. No time. No time.
No way, dude.
What?
The classic, and he gets it, baby.
Okay, our proto's got a huge old fucking dick.
From TSM.
Wow. Runs through the smoke because he knows he can stop the plant. Stops it, gets 3 out of it.
Fucking big old cock.
Yeah, that was fucking massive play.
Jesus.
And then not just that,
I mean, that's a tilter too. That's such a tilter. They had such an advantage on the TSM side.
That is horrifying. Absolutely horrifying if you're TSM.
I'm pretty sure their Killjoy ulted, but the lockdown wasn't going to cover any of yellow side.
And that
wow, that was crazy.
Completely destroys their chances. And now 11 rounds for Luminosity.
They're just getting outplayed.
And the money is surely in the bin for
ooh, I like this. Rosa's going quick in the kitchen.
Recovery.
Yeah.
It's got to be now.
Changing it up.
Sabrosa finds her timing up the tube. This has
I'm sure your boy Dre is calming that potential to.
Finally,
he's droning it.
Yeah.
Way to exploit, and it's gonna get caught though.
Funky 1-degged in mid.
With that frag from Wardell.
Yeah. He was on the floor as well. Okay, Molly lose 3.
Wardell drops the spike.
What just happened? A solo fight at B, a solo fight at A, and a solo fight at mid is what happened from TSM.
Yep. Whole round is solo. All these are 1-on-1s.
Jesus. I think it was their eco, but
it was, but
still have a little bit more coordination than that. That's just a tilter. They're literally tilting. TSM is 100% tilting right now.
Yeah. I mean, losing that last round, like I said, that's huge play and great individual play from a proto and initiative to take those fights, but that 100% is a tilter. You lose a round like that, you're a little bit like, really? Especially when you're down like this and down a map.
Everything is starting to come together, and it's coming together.
The mental is chalked.
Where they can pull off
True.
like that. TSM, I mean, that's a debilitating.
LG could smell it. They could smell Masters. Smells damn good.
They're about a minute away from it.
Completely just deflates the team. We'll have to see if they can find something.
Are we about to see a TSM versus? Oh wait, it's not over yet. Hold on, Baby Dell.
opener
does
there
nothing,
from
though.
Wardell, with the Guardian able to tap down.
Adele,
Stella,
I just called
is always
Wardell
gonna be good,
Adele.
getting rid of Sage early on in the rounds.
The artist.
And in the meantime, TSM have worked their way up onto the A side.
They chase him down though. He gets him on the rotate mid.
So it's a little bit annoying because that will create some delay. A Proto from the back.
Damn, a Proto almost got 2.
Yep.
What the fuck are you doing, Hayes?
Yeah, I don't know. They got a double.
The rocket.
Gets him in the end. They got him in the end.
Oh my god, TSM versus 100 Thieves? Whoa! LG going to Masters, baby. They deserve that. 100% they deserve that. They played way better, and they just played throughout the whole tournament. They played fucking insane. They deserve that shit. They had a couple mistakes, a couple of hiccups here and there. But TSM just wasn't good enough to capitalize on those mistakes, honestly.
No, LG outclassed them. Almost the entire time, they outclassed them.
Rough.
Team play and individual play.
That's rough. Dude, this